We're going to take this opportunity today. Mr. Michael Kelly is with me this morning, and many of you may know Mr. Kelly. There's been some articles on him circulating in this area currently, and you're up here today for two different reasons. One, to talk about awareness. All you parents, listen up, because Mr. Kelly, your son, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning. Your son was 11 years old, Jonathan.
Yes, he was.
11 years old, 3 years ago. He accidentally took his life.
Yes, he did. It's by the hanging game, and a lot of people are not aware of that particular game. Well, it's not a game at all,
exactly.
but they call it a game. And that particular afternoon, he was with some older boys playing ball after school, and they went, after they got through playing ball, they went over to their own home and were in front of him doing this, what they call the hanging game.
It was a group of, I'm assuming,
a group of older boys,
older
15,
boys
16 years old. Of course, he was 11. And he was very naive and innocent. He was the baby of the family, so he was really protected. But he also liked to be as big as the big boys, you know.
Right.
So he saw them, from what we understand the story to be, he was watching them participate in this particular thing. And that afternoon, after leaving their home, he came to his house and locked himself in the bathroom and was trying it himself, by himself. And of course, ultimately, it took his life. And
now, a lot of you weren't aware of this so-called game that they call.
I was not aware of it at all.
Okay.
Way back years ago, we used to do a thing where we'd do a bear hug type thing and stand up real quick, and you'd get
that
this
little dizzy effect.
right. But this thing has gone way past, you know, anything like that. They actually hang themselves by using some type of object, a robe, belt, tie, or an actual belt, rope, anything they can get a hold of. They actually put it around their neck. They starve their brain from oxygen and blood flow, and then they release
some
it.
Sort of a thrill or a high is what they're trying to experience.
Well, it's as they refer to it as a cheap high.
Exactly.
Of course, the average age is 8 to 11 or 12 years old.
Wow.
And the average age of death is around 11 and 12. And of course, they're experimenting with something they don't know about, but also they're not of a place where they can afford to buy drugs. So it has kind of passed through their peers that this is a way to get high.
Another way to do it. You know, what they're not thinking, and parents, think of these names too. This has been called elevator, the pass out game, hangman, tap out, blackout, and of course flatliner. And they usually play by groups. Not only can it cause seizures and memory loss, broken bones, unconsciousness, but unfortunately death as well. This is something that men, or males rather, participate a lot more than the females.
Seemingly, but there are a lot of young ladies. I actually saw on Dr. Phil one time 2 8-year-old girls that admittedly said that at sleepovers and stuff that they do it in groups. They use the rod in the closet. They use robe ties, and they said they do it repeatedly during the night and watch each other. They seem to think that it's humorous because they do. Actually, what they say, that they put their brain in a seizure when they do that, when they hold them back from, or hold the brain back from oxygen and blood, and they tremble and go through all kind of, you know, things when they do it. And the kids think it's funny to watch each other do that. But actually, a medical doctor said they are causing their brain to have a seizure, and it kills millions of brain cells every time that they do it.
When they do it.
It's very dangerous to them.
45 states have reported cases such as this, so this is not as unknown as we probably think. So I'm hoping by you being with us this morning, and this is the whole reason that you started this ministry, is most people don't even hear about this.
Well, we don't want to promote it so much as a ministry per se. We are trying to make parents aware of the things that's going on with their teens. We go much deeper than just the hanging game. We get into teen alcohol. For instance, 42% of all accidents that are caused, that are deaths are involved and alcohol is related, is caused by teens 16 to 24. There's 25,000 kids a year die from drug overdoses. Cutting has just gotten totally out of hand.
It certainly has. You're hearing
Gangs,
a lot more of that.
a lot more of it. So we get into more, a lot more things than just the hanging game, but we're trying to make parents aware of what's going on in their teens' lives.
Right.
Society demands so much time of parents these days, and the kids are basically raising themselves a lot of times. So they have a lot of idle time that they get involved in these things, and it's just running rampant.
Okay, well, one thing that you are doing December 4th, you're holding an event at the Limestone Event Center.
Well, out of my son's death, we have birthed an organization. It's called Crossroad for Teens. And one way that we have seen that is effective, of course, music is a media that covers all the lines, or crosses all the lines. And we put on events all over the Tennessee Valley, and we have some really great groups that come in. I mean, they're not second to none. They're very talented, up-and-coming stars. And we hold these events totally free for the kids.
Great.
We really encourage the parents to encourage their kids.
Kids to participate.
Yeah, we have a little saying that if Jonathan's death can save one teen's life, it's not in vain. And that's what we're trying to do. We have thousands that attend these things. They're totally free, as I said, and we really have a good time.
And
it's a night to remember.
It certainly is. Well, thank you so much for being with us
Thank you
this
for
morning.
having me.
Appreciate you coming out and making parents aware of this. And
Thank you.
Jonathan, God bless his soul.
Yeah.
You're doing good.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right.